Welcome back to my Black Vampire series. Today we're going to discuss our favorite TikTok vampire, Damo Draper. And I know y'all didn't think I was going to leave my boy out of this lineup. He is a black vampire and he's damn near legendary on TikTok at this point. So if you don't know who Damo Draper is, he's hypothetically speaking, of course, a vampire and a screenwriter. He tells a lot of stories. Some stories he just had to be there for them. There's no way he can know so much information about a certain time and period. Certain things you could look up on newspapers he talked about back in the day. He's also showed us his fangs. He showed us vampires could go in the daylight, and I've been telling y'all that. Of course, it's probably irritating to them, like kind of like a person having a hangover going outside immediately the next day, loud noise, they're wearing glasses, they're a little bit more sensitive. Because everything is in heightened for them, so I'm sure. And look at this dude. Do he not look old and young at the same time? And since I've been following him and watching his footage since he's been on TikTok, he doesn't age. He looks just like this. The interesting part, chat, looking up Damo Draper on Google, because I could have just went on his TikTok page and pulled some images, right? So I wanted to see if they have some different pictures and images from him. They only have his TikTok images up there. Isn't that fishy, chat? This is Google, the biggest search engine. Only pictures and video is what he already has on TikTok. Very interesting. So Damo, hypothetically speaking, of course, exposed the vampire world to the internet. I mean, many did it before, but nobody believed them, and nobody really believes him. Some of us do, some of us don't. And that's okay, because I'm not here to convince y'all. My community is my community. They get it. We cool. We locked in. So Damo started telling us real vampire facts and fiction. Like, for example, garlic just doesn't do anything. And if you look it up, garlic really thins your blood out. So basically, vampires are seasoning y'all and thinning your blood out to make it easier for them to drink. They made all that up. I've been told y'all that. What's the interesting new fact he put in there that most of us never heard? Pink roses. Pink roses is the only thing to repel a vampire away from you. And he said, back in the day when people had pink roses in front of their house, especially, all the time back in the day, people, grandmas, aunties, they all had pink roses in front of their house back in the day. So I don't know if it was purposely or not, but yeah. So Damo ended up on the run, y'all. He ended up on the run because the Vampire Council was after him and mad at what he was doing. And honestly, Damo took it as a joke. He laughed at everything. He looked just like this. But Damo been probably planning this out for centuries, so he knew what he was doing. Damo's now in Japan. Allegedly, he set up the Vampire Council to thinking they got him, but it didn't get him. So he ended up locking them in the coffins, giving them a blood bag, and when that blood bag is done, they got no more left. So I'm not sure what he's about to do with them coffins, but yeah, he's not here right now. And we were all wondering why he was in Japan, but that's what he told us. Damo's not really like the violent type. I mean, he did post one time a fan or somebody showed up at his house, and we don't really know what happened to that man. He showed us the Ring camera footage and yeah, so welcome to the Black Vampire series, Damo. Let me know if y'all want to hear more about Damo. I probably might do a separate video on him because he deserves probably two. All right, TikTok, don't forget to engage from the bottom up. Repost, save, comment, and like, and of course follow. I'm Cube of the Lore, and this is Forbidden Lore, and I'm going to give y'all a call back later. Welcome back to the Black Vampire series. Today we're doing part 2 on Damo Draper, our TikTok Black Vampire. So if you're new here, this is Damo Draper. Damo Draper is a TikTok influencer, content maker, screenwriter, and most importantly, a vampire. Hypothetically speaking, of course. So Damo's most known for his storytelling, chat. He tells the best stories. And something about him, or maybe the stories, or maybe both combined, is very alluring. You gonna sit and listen. Just go look if you don't believe me. So Damo Draper tells a lot of vampire stories. But some of them seems like he knows a little bit too much about them. Then people started asking him questions, and he started showing pictures. I mean, he would show y'all in his closet. He would go and open up an old box and go find a picture from the 1990s, 50s, 80s type shit. And he had amazing stories, but the stories seemed very personal. He never directly attached himself to it. Everything was very hypothetical, always. So he basically showed y'all vampires ain't that bad. He shows us that vampires can walk in the daylight. They might be a little sensitive to light, but it's cool. They can walk around. Is it their favorite thing to do? No. But will they burn up or sparkle? No. Was vampires made from magic? Yes. Is he allowed to be telling us this? No. And that leads me to show y'all his last post. And I'll let y'all know at the end why I'm calling his last post. So let's go look at it.
The story I'm about to tell you is the most recent story I've ever told. Once there was a young vampire, relatively and comparatively young. Let's call this young vampire Vic. He started talking about vampires on social media. Although this was forbidden by his council, he spoke on the origin of vampires, how humans could be changed into vampires. He even went as far as showing his fangs on social media. His followers would constantly ask him if revealing these secrets would anger the council. And the answer is yes. So why would he do it? He and many other vampires were tired of living in hiding. And to change that, the council who put them in hiding would have to be dismantled. Similar to humans, vampires aren't allowed to kill other vampires. If caught, there's no jury, there's no judge, there's no trial. It's just the council. Only elders were allowed to eradicate other vampires, but they had to have just cause, a justifiable reason. So Vic came up with a plan. He would break all the rules in an effort to get the council to have to eradicate him. He would have to give him a good reason so that they can justify his true death to the other three councils. Northern.
Alright chat, follow me to the next part before this video gets super long. Don't forget to engage from the bottom up, repost, save, comment, like, and follow of course.
Northern, Eastern, Southern. The last part of the plan was to go to Japan under the disguise of starting a new life. Juhatsu. He knew the council would take this opportunity to eradicate him. He also knew that the only people who could rightfully eradicate him would be the council themselves. To make the trip from west to east, all 5 council members would be locked away in their coffins with a 13-hour supply of blood bags. Vic, who secretly became the champion of the vampires who were tired of hiding, convinced those vampires to tell their familiars to spray those coffins with oil infused with pink roses. Pink roses, being very harmful to vampires, left the council members with no choice other than to stay in their coffins. By doing this, Vic technically did not break the cardinal rule in regards to vampires killing vampires. After 20 days without blood, the council members will shrivel and turn to dust. Knowing about the decade-long feud between the Western and the Eastern Council, Vic was able to come to an agreement with the Eastern Council in which they sanctioned his plan. The Western Council was under the impression that their coffins would be delivered directly to the Eastern Council, in which they would discuss the eradication of Vic. But instead, they're on a ship, sailing to who knows where, locked away in their coffins with maybe 3 to 5 1-ounce blood bags left. Vic was safe to go home. But before he went home, he explored Japan and China. He was already over here. He might as well, right?
So chat, basically what Damo's saying is he purposely exposed the whole vampire community. He purposely did it as content because him and the other vampires were tired of hiding and living by the old school rules of this old council that lived for hundreds and probably thousands of years. Sounds like some of us, right? So Damo became the champion of the night because he's the one that stuck his head out because he constantly had to move and move around so he wasn't caught. And honestly, he wasn't going to probably tell us because everybody was wondering, why are you in Japan? We literally seen posts that he hates Japan because we were wondering and he answered the question. So hypothetically, chat, this whole TikTok thing was a plan to escape whatever vampiric slavery they're going through. I mean, obviously we don't know the full story. We don't know if this is a real story. Could be real, could be myth. But chat, why I call this his last post? All Damo's posts after that are old content. If you're a content creator, you can tell. That's batch content that he saved up in his drafts. He might not even be posting that. Could be somebody else. Check my last video. I posted that purposely to show y'all an example of batch content. That's old video I posted. So I hope Damo's good because right now he's kind of off the radar. That's not him posting, chat. maybe one of his familiars, I don't know. But let me know if y'all want to hear more about this. Drop it in the comments. And of course, if you like content like this, don't forget to repost, save, comment, like, and of course, follow. I'm Cube of the Lore. This is Forbidden Lore, and I'm going to just give y'all a call back later. Welcome back to my Black Vampire series, part 4 on Damo. Just for y'all. Okay, let me just address a few things first. One, if you coming in here to slander Damo in the comments, tread lightly. Not because of me. I'm not going to go back and forth with y'all. Damo got a community of women that follow him that don't play about him. So gang, if you coming in here on that hating shit and you a man, because mostly men that's doing it, be careful. I mean, damn, I got mostly a female following too, but he gotta have at least 90% women following him. It's crazy what I see and reading in the comments. And ladies, I'm convinced you're underneath the spell. No cap, I'm not playing. Y'all know vampires was made from witchcraft, right? No, y'all are in love with this man. Like, I'm reading it. Y'all love Damo's dirty drawers. Y'all want him every which way, and it's wild to me. Because I love bro's content too, but I'm really just there for the storytelling. I think he's dope. But y'all want to cook and clean for him and then have him feed on y'all. Y'all are wild. So fellas, for that same exact reason, I would relax in the comments. Relax. All of this is allegedly. Nobody's saying this is real. So you guys in the comments, he's not a weird vampire. He's not a real vampire. All right, you don't have to be here. You can just swipe. I'm just giving this man his flowers. He's a great screenwriter, great storyteller, and great performer. All the other vampires in this series are fictional. Calm down. That's like y'all telling me, oh, Blade is not real. Kasha's not real. I don't know the man's real name, but the character, Damo, that is being portrayed on TikTok is a vampire. Okay? Y'all gotta relax. So back to Damo's disappearance. I know y'all seen that content that he posted and y'all think that's him. It's not. It's batch content he saved in the drafts. Look at it. It's content about just anything. You could put it any time, day, place, and it would fit. So that's why I told y'all in my last video, I posted some batch old content I had in there, and it's portrayed like it's new. But if you are paying attention to videos, I don't have a beard. Pay attention. Damo in his last video in Japan, he had braids. He looked a little different. The videos look a little older, like old Damo in his house. And Damo been on a run for a minute, so I don't even think he could go to the house no more. So what I'm assuming is his familiars or one of his familiars is posting this. I don't think he's in danger. I just think maybe he might be laying low. But he did say this Damo character might be over soon. So Damo, if you okay, and if you see this, you got 48 to 72 hours to respond. These women in the comments, they're not playing about you, bro. They looking for you everywhere. They already been saying they haven't seen you for a while. I haven't even noticed, but women notice everything. So at least could a familiar message me, call me back or something? Because too many of our supernatural creators are disappearing, and I'm not here for it. All right, chat, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to engage from the bottom up. Repost, save, comment, like, and of course follow me. And by the way, I call my chat because it's my community, so kiss my ass. And as always, TikTok, this is all allegedly, hypothetically speaking, so yeah. I'm Cube of the Lore. This is my Forbidden Lore Black Vampire series, and I'll see y'all in the next video. So chat, I had to call y'all back about this, about Damo. So the Black Vampire series is not Damo content. So we can do Damo content, but we ain't gonna keep it in the Black Vampire series. So that part is done. But we can still talk about it. I don't mind keeping y'all updated. So yes, Damo definitely has a twin brother. There also might be a third, might be a triplet, I'm not sure. So somebody confirm that for me in the comments. But definitely 2. 100% confirmed 2. From what I'm understanding from the videos that we watched in the past, his brother is more serious. He's not about exposing the vampire community. He's here to mind his business. And we actually hear him many times cursing Damo out in the background. He's not for all of this. So here's where my theory comes to place and where I have to update it from the last video. So yes, I did say Damo isn't posting right now, and he isn't. So it might be old content, it might be batch content like I show you guys. I literally posted almost the same video Damo has with the TikTok trend of giving TikTok, you know, making TikTok the sound or whatever picture, whatever the fuck, whatever it is. So yeah, I just noticed automatically Damo's posting content don't have really no time and date stamp. You can kind of post those anytime. Then on top of it, he just had braids when, you know, he left Japan. If you know black people, we're not taking out our braids in a week. Especially a dude. Maybe a girl will take it out and like, you know, a dude is gonna wear at least 2-3 weeks. I mean a month damn near. You know, we guys, we gonna rock that braid for a little bit. Not saying that's the only reason. I just feel like that's not him. But also, I forgot to think of that might be his brother, y'all. Cause Damo was clearly in Japan by himself. So where was his brother at? So it might be his brother making those videos and posting them. Cause we know Damo brother not about to do no vampire content. He don't play like that. So that random shit he posting was probably, you know, good. And I don't know if y'all notice it, anytime Damo exposes vampires around him and his brother like curses him out on film, Damo takes like a couple weeks or videos without posting about anything vampire related. So it could be a familiar on his phone posting, or it could be his brother at the house posting. And we both know Damo not allowed at that house no more. He was on the run. So if you new here, you don't know what I'm talking about. Damo was on the run from the vampire councils and he went to Japan, but he led them to think he was, you know, on the run. It actually was a trap for them because Damo and the other vampires in his community are tired of hiding. They want to be in public. In his own words, they want to come out the casket. They tired of hiding. So let me know what y'all think in the comments about this theory. Of course, it's all hypothetical, of course. So TikTok, this is all allegedly and hypothetically speaking. Because I just took down one of my videos today. Don't think I didn't notice. All right, y'all. Don't forget to engage from the bottom up. Repost, save, comment, like, and of course, follow. I'm Cube of the Lord. This is Forbidden Lore. And I'm going to just give y'all a call back later. So the comment reads, so basically he exposed the vampire community for clout. Yes and no. And let me explain why. So Damo Ben told us like he wanted to be in the entertainment industry. He wanted to be a famous actor, performer, some part of an entertainment industry forever. He showed us literally an old picture of him trying to be an actor back in the day when it was racist against him in the Hollywood community. They still are, allegedly. So Damo always wanted to be in the entertainment industry. That never changed. No matter his name, the years, the date, no matter. He been told us that. He told us him and the other vampires just tired of living in the casket. They shouldn't be having to hide out. They're not doing nothing wrong. They're not, you know, hurting anybody. They're not breaking any laws. So these old vampires from the council are telling them to do X, Y, and Z, just like, you know, most of us, the higher ups and elites in our countries are telling us what to do. And he's not here for it. And they believe, you know, the mass hysteria thing would happen if they tell us the truth. No, y'all know it's not going to happen. We want to know the truth. We're dying to know the truth, but they like to just lie in our face. Even when we see it in person and somebody films it, they tell us, no, that's not it. Also, when Damo becomes a public figure like right now he is, there's more conversation going to be around him. More posts like mine. I'm sure I'm not the only content creator talking about him or talking about this. Or vampires, werewolves, mermaids, even witches. So clearly he wanted everybody to see this. Doesn't matter what you are and who you are. So that also encourages the other races to, you know, come out their little dens and little ponds and oceans and caves and wherever else they live. He's encouraging spirituality. He's showing us to believe in the unknown. Like it's clear. So yes, he wanted to be famous, but not to the point that paparazzi chase him and y'all go up to his house. Nah, he just wanted to make his little videos in the house and stay low key. The man be literally chilling with his brother and his dog all day. Like y'all see he's not on that. Not like that kind of clout chaser y'all know of. Dang, chat, I need to get my teeth bleached too, cause Damo is eating me up in this picture. y'all don't even, do y'all see this picture? This man's fangs are like clearly like obvious in the picture and he's not even having them out. And be careful with his eyes, ladies. A lot of y'all done fell into that trance and y'all are in the comments going crazy. And I'm going to tell y'all again, you're underneath a spell. Some of y'all don't care, but yeah, stop. There's no reason y'all should be in love with this man like that. That's wild. So yeah, y'all, Damo's now a public figure and now he's being talked about. So he's almost protected even more. Like the vampire councils and the elites have to move around calculated when they're dealing with him. Because now they know we're looking for him and we're onto him. So Damo, I'm still waiting for an actual response. And we'll know if it's your brother or not. So familiars, send him this message, call him, let him know. We standing on business this 2025. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to engage from the bottom up. Repost, save, comment, and like, and follow, of course. I'm Cube of the Lore. This is Forbidden Lore. And I'm gonna call y'all back later with the next creepy, scary monster story. I don't know. I'm gonna call you back. And as always, TikTok, this is all allegedly, hypothetically speaking only. Don't bother me.